Yo, 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 what is up, guys? I hope everyone's having a fantastic night tonight on this, was it Wednesday? Sorry, Tuesday. Tuesday night. Lot to talk about today. We could talk about, Dallas, talk about, obviously, Thursday night. It's a short week, so, like, we can only get over this Dallas game very quickly. Boots to asses, demolishing the Dallas Cowboys, not even breaking a fucking sweat, really, besides that slow fucking first half. We looked real good. Real good. So, oh yeah. I mean, this is a big game Thursday. Huge game Thursday. You got to win this game Thursday. Obviously for the division, and God forbid you have that tiebreaker or something like that where you could afford to lose against the Commanders later on if that's going to be the case. But honestly, I don't know if Washington is really ready for us. I don't think they're ready for us. I don't. The only way the Eagles get beat is the Eagles. That's it. Okay? So other teams are going to look at us, other fan bases are going to look at us and say, oh, look what you did against this team, against that team. But, we had bad fucking coaching. We had really bad coaching. I think it's getting better. There are some games where you're like questioning it a little bit because Nick gets too involved in things. But if that's not the case, this team is pretty fucking good. There's a lot to go over here. Let me say hi to everybody in the chat, though, because I love you guys so much. We have Ethan. We have Michael Stode. East Canada for life. What's going on? MJ, what's going on, my dude? I hope you're having a good day today. 125, so proud of my nephew when he says Dallas sucks. Beast Guard said this game is a true testament of how good this team is. If we get blown out, that's a bad sign. It better be close and competitive. I don't think this is going to be a blowout. We're not getting blown out, okay? We're not getting blown out. Really, the only thing I'm worried about in this game is Jaden Daniels, okay? Getting, really our edge rushers really containing on the outside, having that containment on the outside, getting him obviously on a run or something like that. That's really the only thing I'm worried about, keeping him in the pocket the entire time, okay? The Commanders have their bye week after this game, too, so they're going to get 10 days of rest after this game. The Washington Commanders have a really easy game. Their hardest games on this, Washington Commanders, their schedule going forward, I think the only two teams possibly that they could maybe get beat by, possibly. I'm not saying a promise. I think it's going to be, they still have to play Atlanta. I know the Saints are a mess, but the Saints just upset Atlanta last week. They have the Titans, they have the Giants, they have the Cowboys again. They have a really easy schedule. Okay, really easy schedule. Dave says Washington has the 28th ranked run defense. Barkley, it's time to show them. This is what we saved this moment for. I'm really happy how they actually treated Saquon Barkley in the game. 14 carries. That's great. That's where I kind of want him. 15 to 20. That's kind of where I want him, but actually, it was actually a carry lower than I expected, so that's good. They only ran with Barkley, I think they're like 4 or 5 times, I think, in the first half of the game last week, so I feel really good, man. I feel good about this game. I feel good going into it. We haven't been playing that great at home. I know we've been playing better on the road. Washington obviously has played better against us when we're at home. But this is a different year. You can't really compare years because the Washington Commanders are a brand new team at this point. And, for me, even watching the Steelers beat them last week, they don't look as great to me or at least as good as I expect. I think they're a well-coached football team, no doubt. I don't think their receivers are good enough to beat us in our secondary, and it's so fucking nice to actually say that. Isn't it nice to say that? It's so nice to say that our secondary is fucking good. Our linebackers, we probably have the best linebacker in the league right now in fucking Zach Bond. Nakobe Dean's been playing his ass off. Cooper DeJean, Quinyon Mitchell. Scary Terry had 2 really good, I think he had 2 touchdowns last week. I forgot. He had 2 really, easy receptions last week. Quinyon Mitchell's worst game of the year, I think it was Chris Olave for 23 yards. That was it. Quinyon Mitchell was targeted 4 times in this game. 2 catches for 14 and a pass breakup. It's fucking sweet, bro. Sweet. Mr. International, what's going on, dude? Appreciate you coming in. Easy as name says people are open. Jalen's got to get hot quicker. No doubt he's been going crazy. Yeah, no, he's had, statistically, he's been fucking great. Okay. Is there like a timing issue still at times? Yeah, I guess sure. The Dallas Goedert touchdown, whether it was a good play by Diggs or Jalen hesitated for too fucking long. They're starting to get Jahan Dotson involved a little tiny bit into this offense, which I really like. I like them getting involved a little bit more. Offensive line's been good. The big news, guys, obviously Jack Stahl has been waived. You still have Calcaterra, you still have Dallas Goedert, and I think you have E.J. Biggers. I forgot the other tight end's name that we have. You're gonna have Jordan Mailata back. He was a full practice. Jordan Mailata comes back on Thursday night. That's fucking huge. Dante Fowler is probably one guy in the defensive line that has played really fucking well. And they watched that tape from last week. Washington watched that tape from last week. They're going to bring the pressure on Jalen Hurts. And the Eagles are going to have to make some adjustments. Like, if they're looking for that deep ball every fucking time, that defense is going to get to him. Like the Cowboys did last week. He got sacked 5 times in the first half. Okay? First half. So we got to get things going, man. From start to finish, this has got to be a fucking complete game. They can't have this. I understand they scored in the first quarter last week. They scored in the first quarter against the Jags, which is great. They have to be at a more hot start. It's just not. It's not fast enough for me. They got to get a little bit quicker there. It is this. We got to do similar stuff that we did in the Miami game. Set the edge and don't give it up. And if we could do that. Do it with Diddy Desai. We could do it with Lord Fangio. Yeah. Jane J says, how you doing, Joey? I think the Commanders are a good team, but I don't think they are the team that everyone is labeling them. I agree. I don't either. I know we can say, well, they kept it close against the Giants. They didn't necessarily play well. The Steelers made some really stupid mistakes. The early fake punt was a dumb move by them. Russell Wilson was under 50% completion percentage by the second half. And George Pickens is really, besides Najee Harris, George Pickens is like their only other weapon that's capable of catching almost anything. We are very grateful for what we have right now. Devontae Smith, if A.J. Brown is down, Devontae Smith takes over. If Devontae Smith is down, A.J. Brown didn't seem like he had a big game yesterday against the Cowboys, a few days against the Cowboys. He had over 100 yards. It seemed like a quiet day, but he actually still had over 100 yards in that game. What's up, Petey Tad? What's going on, dude? I'm fucking ready. I'm doing great, bro. I'm ready to humble the Commanders. Totally true. We're about to put them back in their place. They have an easy schedule this year. Okay. And I don't put it against them because that's just what it is. They have, they don't have the best opponents this season. I think we're their hardest opponent on their schedule right now. They've lost against the Steelers. They've lost against the Baltimore Ravens. Todd says Cooper DeJean is now is not a safety. He's just a corner. Oh, lock down your number one. DeJean is cornerback 1. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The Chauncey Gardner-Johnson song. He sang a song that when he was sitting next to Cooper DeJean on the sideline. Yeah, dude, I liked how I think obviously CeeDee Lamb had like 20 to 40 yards of that game. Those sideline throws, every time we dump off a pass to the sideline, it seems like the Eagles have always missed tackles when it came to those passes. And Cooper DeJean, man, guy is fucking excellent, man. Tommy said, why they waived Jack Stahl? I thought, well, Jack Stahl got on the roster middle of the year. Is it smart to get rid of another tight end? No. Goddard's back. Calcaterra's behind him now. They have that E.J. Biggers guy. I forgot who the E.J. Jenkins. I forgot what his name is. E.J. something. They have another tight end. They actually looked pretty good in the offseason as well. So they have to get Jordan Mailata back. They have to get rid of somebody if Jordan Mailata is coming back. So I guess Jack Stahl is, Jack Stahl, they haven't used him as the focal point. Not really the focal point, but, in recent other years, he's, had a lot of starting capability. Calcaterra had most of the reps, and that's when Jack Stahl wasn't here from the beginning because he was with the Giants. I forgot if he went somewhere else. So did you hear Goddard is dealing with an ankle injury? I fucking hope not. I really fucking hope not, because that's just, I hope not. His name said, it's my birthday tomorrow, and I finally get my Quignon jersey. Someone tell him to get me a birthday pick 6. Well, happy birthday, by the way. And I hope you get it. Joel says, the fake punt was a correct move. The punter was not. Yeah, I know. I get it. I mean, it might have been the right move. The guy was wide open, so the Commanders made a big mistake. I totally forgot the guy wasn't even covered on that. But it hurt them. So the play didn't work. It hurt them. Russell Wilson wasn't that great, really that accurate. So, and I don't think they have enough weapons offensively. I mean, Mike Williams had like one lucky ass fucking catch that he threw up. The only catch of the game since Mike Williams got traded from the Jets to the Steelers. And George Pickens is a fucking beast, but he's like the only. There's no A.J. Brown, Devontae Smiths on one team. That duo is just something different. It's just something different, bro, that no other team has. Not like that, they don't. Hunter Gonzo said, we need AJ for every game he hurts. We need AJ for every game if he is Hurts safety blanket. Anytime Hurts is having a tough time, that's who he turns to. Oh, it's really not exactly like that he has a tough time, but I think some of the play calls are too vertical. I mean, even that first half of that Cowboys game, I mean, he had AJ in the whole time. I know they were picking on number 21 a lot. I think he was a rookie cornerback they were picking on, and they found pretty much their weakness there. But there were there weren't really crossers. There wasn't anything middle of the field. That first half just looked so generic. It looked bland. It looked boring. I said in that second half, if they change things around, man, like, I don't know why they do this shit in the first half. And look what happened. Second half, they look fantastic. Yeah, Chauncey had a really good game. I mean, he got the pick. Obviously, he made a couple good tackles. I mean, Chauncey hasn't been himself too much. His coverage has been lacking at times on the back end. Ian says, if we extend Bond, I'm going to get his jersey. I hope so. Yeah, man. But Zach Bond, bro. It's fucking crazy. Zach Bond had 8 tackles, 2 forced fumbles, and a fumble recovery. Fucking crazy. This is Pro Bowl numbers, dude. Each week, he's getting more expensive. Each fucking week, he's getting more expensive. Easiest names exactly, Hunter. Like one of the scrambled to the left, and he threw it to the middle. We needed that. Rock said, "What's up, Rock?" Thank God Vic put Bond at inside line. Yeah, I know, right? So the news came out this morning, that Howie Roseman, when they acquired Zach Bond, Howie Roseman wanted Zach Bond to be a backup outside linebacker and a special teamer. That's what Vic Fangio said. And Vic Fangio said he saw more in him. Just remember, Zach Bond was a role player with the Saints. He was a defensive end transition to an outside linebacker. He is like the Van Ginkel of our defense, but he's much better than that. Van Ginkel on the Miami Dolphins was really a nobody until his last year of his deal. Got a nice hefty contract with the Minnesota Vikings. But just remember, the Miami defense, they were top 10 against hitting quarterbacks. They were top 3 in pressures. They were in the 20-something ranked against the pass defensively. So they weren't really good against the pass at all last year. But the difference is, with a good GM by your side, shit, look what you got. You drafted 2 steals. Quinyon Mitchell, and obviously, I would say a first-round talent in Cooper DeJean. He's definitely not a second-round talent. More than that, no doubt. Finn says they can't play poorly with these next 3 games coming up for the first halves. No, they can't. Ebby says Washington is good. They beat Cincy and Cards on the road. QB is for real. Yeah, I mean, look, Cardinals. Yeah, I mean, look, like I said, it's a week to week thing, dude. Like it doesn't go back and who they beat. Like I know people are gonna say that. Um, I'm going by what they've done recently, not what they did early in the season, because teams change. Teams change. Okay, their play changes. It's a week to week league. So to say what they beat, it is what it is. Washington is a well coached team, no doubt they are. So if the Eagles don't play on all 4 cylinders, they're going to get their asses beat. I don't think they're going to get destroyed in this game, but they start making mistakes. They start having bad play calls there. Hurts is, not throwing anything short. The short passing game's not involved. They're not running the football with Saquon Barkley. It's going to get crazy. So it's a week-to-week thing, man. They lost against the Steelers. They kept it close with the fucking Giants. I'm going by what they've done the last couple weeks, Beast Guards, I know we haven't talked about because we lost, but that 4th and 1 stop by CJ on Bijan Robinson was freaking nasty. Yeah, it was great. Unfortunately, as much as the 4th and 3 play to Barkley on that pass was a bad play, it was open, and the Eagles should have 1 loss right now, Hunter Gonzo, do you think Zacchaeus is going to burn us? Playing against your old team that didn't value his extra motivation? Yeah, sure. I mean, sure, dude. But, at the end of the day, like, we'll see what he's got. He didn't do well on punt returns last week. He fumbled fucking twice. He recovered one and he lost the other one. You know what I mean? So good for him, and we have Jahan Dotson that's pretty fucking hungry too. And, Jahan Dotson might be involved in this game. Seems like Jahan Dotson, they've been throwing the ball to him once a game. It's just another weapon. You know what I mean? So gotta get pressure on Jaden Daniels, man, and keep him inside the pocket. That's the main thing this week. If I see an edge rusher crash down this week with no help on the edge, it's going to be really bad. And I hope they don't, do that. Because I see sometimes they do that. Quarterback gets outside the pocket. You don't want that man to get outside the pocket. So I want to see AJ and Smitty get 2 touchdowns each this week. You can't afford to early hiccups. We need to be firing all cylinders from the first snap. Burn the scripted play sheet now. I know. Yeah, I still have like a question with the fucking first halves of these games. I'm still like, it's not enough for me. They should be doing a lot more in that first half. T-Puff says, Eagles have the 4th-ranked rushing defense right now, 2nd in passing, 5th in rushing. Yeah, look, like, I was a little nervous last week against the Cowboys because the Cowboys actually ran the ball well. We know Cooper Rush didn't throw the ball that much, but, they were running the ball good on us. They were getting like 5 to 7 yards of fucking carry. I mean, it was almost ridiculous. I was like, dude, why are we not stopping the run? The 2 things the Cowboys are bad at. Their run defense is bad. They're tied last in the league. When we got into that game, they were tied last in the league, run defense. And that team doesn't, Tony Pollard was a big loss for them. Ezekiel Elliott, nothing special there. Nate, the Commanders' O-line is hurting pretty badly right now. I think secondary's got to expect quick throws. I'd have good communication. Crowd should help out big time. Yeah, I hope so, man. I haven't looked at the injuries to Washington yet, so I don't know what's going on there. Tons, I absolutely love the energy Chauncey brings to the secondary, let alone the team. He keeps the vibes up. Landon Dickerson pregame Dallas speech, that was awesome. Yeah, I just watched the unscripted earlier today. It was great. Yeah, I mean, that's what you get with Chauncey, though. Like, you're getting a good player, you're getting a solid player, but you're getting a guy that keeps the locker room up. You know what I mean? Especially in game. That's probably one of the most highly entertaining. You want to team up with him and you want to get after somebody type guy. You want to be next to. So it's great. Ebby says, yeah, got here late, but it looks like Mulata. Yeah, Mulata is back. He had a full practice. Mulata is back, and he will play Thursday night. Fucking great, man. It's freaking awesome. Can't wait. I was shocked, actually. And since it's a short week, I mean, they must have took advantage of something. If a player is coming back on a short week, I thought from NFL mandate, they need a certain amount of practices or whatnot. Maybe there was a loophole in this week where Mulata was already ready. He was already ready to come back. And, to get him back is great. It's fantastic. So it's nice, actually. You hopefully beat Washington on Thursday. You have a few extra days of rest, which is good. Get guys ready for the week after. So Rico says that's what concerns me. Third down with Huff in. Yeah, so he only had 12 snaps in the last game, so he didn't get much. Jalix Hunt had like 22 snaps. He had over 20 snaps. So they're easing Jalix Hunt in. Seems like he's taking snaps away from Bryce Huff as of right now. I'm excited. Bryce Huff, man, like he had that strip sack, which was great. That's what he does. That's what he's supposed to do. He just doesn't do it consistently. I'm still on the verge of just like, I don't believe that he's going to do anything this year. Maybe it'll add up. Maybe he'll have a 6-sack season, maybe, if he comes into his own. But I'm not putting too much on it, though. We don't have a closer on that edge. You know what I mean? No closer on that edge. It's unfortunate. He says Jordan probably was already ready, just had to do the IR time. Yeah, he probably was ready before that. So he said, well, Goddard did not practice on Monday, and today's practice report due to ankle. Fucking Christ, man. This fucking guy can't. He comes back and he already has a fucking injury already. I'm tired of that dude. And you just got rid of Jack Stahl, so it's like, fuck, man. We need Dallas Goedert for this fucking game. We really do. And I like Calcaterra, but they really, I don't know. Fucking tight end group, man. You're gonna be looking for the future replacement. Keep 3 tight ends on your roster. Keep Goddard next year. Go draft your future replacement and keep Calcaterra. Because fuck, dude. Easy's name says put Bond on the spy on third down so McDaniels wish he was never drafted. Yeah, I wonder what they're gonna do there. I wonder if they're going to run some 5-man fronts. They're going to run some 5-man fronts, and they're going to put Zach Bond as an edge rusher to contain the outside and pass rush with Nakobe Dean in the middle. So they could do that. They did run some 5-man fronts against the Cowboys. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do there. 2 and 6 Sports Podcast says John McMullen refused to admit Goddard is made of glass. He's missing 4 to 6 games a year, man. I mean, that's just what it is now. He's 28, 29 years old. I think he's got like 2 more years left on his contract, if I'm not mistaken. I think he's got like 2 years left. I think he does. I was a doubt they would have gotten rid of Stahl if Goddard couldn't play. Yeah, I don't know, but they had to make room. So, like, who are you taking out? I don't think that's right. I don't think so. I think they have to get rid of something. But who are you going to get rid of? I mean, it seems like it's either Trisha McCollum, Jack Stahl, somebody like that. Let's see. 125 says, hey, guys, you see that Texas O-line forced a fumble on Stroud, man? I'm glad our O-line would never. That fucking happened? Really? Shit. What's up, Leon? Says unleash Saquon. This is the week to do it now. You give him 25 plus carries in this fucking game, 23 plus carries in this game. 14 carries against the Cowboys. I'm actually shocked. So the coaching staff definitely overlooked that Cowboys game. They kind of had to because they know that was really the bigger matchup. They figured they would win against the Cowboys. They did. They got destroyed. So EN says Maddox gotta go. Yeah, the unfortunate part about Maddox for this year is he has to stay here because there's no backup nickel, unfortunately. There are no outside corners that cross-train in the offseason. There's no one that can play on the inside. So Rodgers can't play on the inside. Ringo can't play on the inside. A lot of guys can't even play on the inside at all. That's the big problem you have right now. They better coach the edge rushers to keep Jaden in the inside. That's my only worry, bro, is Jaden Daniels. That's it. The average says Huff was ironically our highest rated player against Dallas. Expect the Bryce Huff game anytime now. I hope so. I'm not putting all my chips in it, but I hope so. Ease's name said, calling the draft to end all be all draft. Tight end, defensive end, draft 3 of each. Yeah. Really depends if they pay Milton Williams or not. I don't see it happening. I can't see it's going to be that much. And if they're going to go by, it's not like he has a crazy amount of sack numbers this year. I think your top priority re-signs going into next season is going to be Zach Bond. And I think you're signing fucking Mekhi Becton. You're going to have to sign Mekhi Becton. You don't have to, because Tyler Steen actually played really well at right guard, so he could have that right guard spot. But if Lane Johnson retires in a couple years, you won't have to draft a tackle. You're going to draft offensive linemen every year, but I'm saying if Lane Johnson's gone in a couple years, I think Mekhi Becton gets re-signed. I think if you want him to take that right tackle spot, boom, right there. Or they might say, fuck it. They might like him at fucking right guard and never move him. George said, Jalen's got to stop holding on to the ball so much. I don't expect him the fastest, but 3.47 versus Dallas is a no. He was at 2.8 and 22, which is around 15th, which would be a great for a QB with scrambling. Yeah, I think part of it was they were deep routes. I know theoretically it's been 3.5 to 4 seconds him holding onto the ball, but if you watch that first half, especially the first couple sequences, there wasn't anything middle of the field. There was nothing short. I think the play calling has made him hold on to the ball a little bit longer, and they can't make it like that every single. I know they're trying to get that big bomb. I know they're trying to get that big play because they have the playmakers to do it. I don't even know if Lattimore is even fucking playing. Is Lattimore even playing on Thursday? I mean, if Lattimore's not even, I'm not even worried about Lattimore at all. I mean, I know all of Washington, the fans, and on Twitter, they make these accounts and and they hype up Lattimore like he's never been burnt by AJ or fucking Devontae Smith or outrun by Saquon Barkley this past fucking year. In the last couple fucking years, last few years. We got Derek Rivera. What's going on, man? Appreciate the super chat so much, my friend. He said, who is the best edge rusher free agent still out there that is wanting to join a contender you would want to join, if any? I don't know. I don't know who's on the street. That I'm not even sure. I don't know who's even available right now. Shit, I wish What's-his-face was fucking back. I wish What's-his-face came back to the Eagles for like a year. Fucking What's-his-face has the Greenlight podcast. Wish he was back. That'd be great. Appreciate that super chat, by the way. One of us, I like the Lions because they sucked for most of my fan life, but now they're good, which makes them fun to watch. But I'm an Eagles fan first, so we need them to start losing. Obviously, if we ever got kicked out of the playoffs for some odd reason, I think a team that I would definitely root for is Detroit, because they definitely deserve it. Obviously, if we're out of it, I think I'd be rooting for them. The underdog mentality type team that's never done anything in years. You always want to root for that, Commanders took 3 L's to the noggin, and 1 more is en route. Billy says, can't wait for Thursday. Time to separate the boys from the men. I agree. Yeah, Robert Quinn, my ass. No fucking thanks. No thanks. I'm good. The Azure apologist says, Vinny Curry officially retiring as an Eagle this Thursday. A very important, underrated player for us. Oh, yeah. Vinny Curry, man. That was, man, he was a beast for us, man. Love watching Vinny Curry. I remember they released Vinny Curry. They brought him back on a cheaper deal at 17. And that was when they drafted Derek Barnett. And they drafted his so-called replacement. Rose, it's starting to feel like Eagles versus Camaros might start becoming an even bigger rivalry than it already is now. It probably will be. C Mills says you and 500 should have a shirt giveaway for biggest super chat. Yeah, well, we've had some issues. We just actually resolved a lot of stuff today. The site for the clothing is down right now. We had to get the clothing site closed down. It's just on block right now. So if you go on there, you can't buy anything. There was a lot of issues with shipping. A lot of people didn't get their stuff because there were some first class packages that ended up going out, and they came back, and we didn't know that they came back. So we had a lot of issues with the clothing and stuff. So all that's fixed. Everyone got their stuff, and as of right now, so we'll have an update for clothing next week. So the Philly Shakedown podcast merch is coming, and we have a lot of stuff coming out. Where we gotta get ahead of the ball game on that for you guys. So, and the winter time is coming, so we have a lot of ideas, a lot of stuff. So it should be great. Leon says Saquon gonna need 25 carries this week. I still can't believe we got Saquon, man. I know it's almost crazy. It's like you don't realize since really LaShawn McCoy, we never had a 3-down back like we have. Like it's where you could throw a flat pass to Saquon and what he could do. I mean, he is generational. I mean, it's a fucking shame. And I'm telling you right now, like, we just unlocked another level to Saquon that Saquon couldn't unlock with the Giants because of just the non-talent that was around him. And he pretty much was, when the Giants went to the playoffs a couple years ago, like, who do you think that was for? Daniel Jones? No. Saquon's the reason they were in the fucking playoffs. 100%. Kenny says, Joey Shakes, Scary Terry is going to be an issue for us that we need to stop Scary Terry. At this point, like, I don't even worry about him. I don't really worry about him because look what fucking these corners have done the last look at what even do I have his statistics here? I don't. I thought Isaiah Rodgers coming in had a really good game last week. Fantastic. He's done so well. I mean, here, I'm gonna bring this up. If you're scared, I mean, there are other receivers that are better than fucking Terry McLaurin. Okay, he's good, but I don't think he's a good receiver, but he ain't no Devontae Smith. Okay, and I'm not even trying to say it in a bad way. I'm trying to find the graphic that I had. Where's that graphic? Where's the graphic? Here it is. This is what Quinyon Mitchell has done every week against. Obviously, he's lined up on one side. Okay. Week 1 against Christian Watson, he gave up 6 yards. Week 2 against Drake London, 1 catch for 5. Week 3 against Chris Olave, 2 for 23, and that was his worst fucking game. Week 4 against Mike Evans, 2 for 19. Week 6 against Amari Cooper, 1 for 10. Week 7 against Malik Neighbors, 1 for 9. Week 8 against Jamar Chase, 2 for 19. And then week 9 versus the Jags, it doesn't say this, but he faced multiple guys. 1 for 11 yards. He gave up a catch for 11 yards. And then this game against the Cowboys, he allowed 2 catches for 14. I mean, I feel pretty I think we need to start feeling pretty good about this fucking secondary. We got to start feeling really good about it, honestly. I don't know why people are worried about receiver. Like the only way these guys are getting open is if the defensive line is not getting pressure consistently. Okay, Jalen Carter has been pretty fucking good. He doesn't have the sack numbers, not too much, but the Jags game he had 6 pressures. He had 5, 6 pressures. I think in this game he just had against the Cowboys. I mean, he's in quarterbacks' fucking faces right now. So I think people need to stop worrying about, I get it. Like every team has weapons. It's just what it is. But Quinyon has been really fucking good. He's going to give up some. It's gonna happen. Could be his worst game. He might actually have a good game. He might keep Terry under 100 yards and might have still a good game regardless. Just saying. I don't think Terry McLaurin is the best I think Brandon Ayuk is a fucking better receiver, honestly. I don't think too much about it because they've done really well. Really well. Connor says, do you think the Cowboys are done being competitive in the division until Jerry dies? Probably. I mean, the only move I would have made if I was the Cowboys is obviously CeeDee Lamb getting paid was a good move. I think that was a good move. Or they could have traded him for more picks. But they thought they were still competitive this year, and they weren't. Until like Jerry Jones and that family give and actually hire an actual GM, I think they'll be doing this until that time. I don't see them changing too much. George said, I hope that the game plan was a little off because of saving Barkley for Washington and that we could go back to our identity of run first. You got two studs at wide receiver and don't target middle. Yeah, I think that's one of the main issues. Like the short passing game is Kellen Moore's bread and butter. Like let the offense work for you. Let it work for Jalen Hurts. Short passing game, get these running backs in the passing game as well. You create more mismatches that way. It really depends on how creative they are in this game. Like the Falcons game is a perfect example. We kept it close because we kept it close. We shot ourselves in the foot how many times in that Falcons game, and it came down to one fucking play at the end. So it happens, man. It happens. The only way the Eagles get beat is that they beat themselves, and I totally believe that. Philly says, Terry ain't as good as Jamar Chase, and we shut him down. Well, yeah, 100%. He's not on Jamar Chase's level, but. FB says, Joey, is the game plan to keep Daniels in the pocket or go after him and risk his legs? No, you're trying to keep him in the pocket. You're not going to chase after it. You're not going to be able to chase him in the back end unless he stands still. You know what I mean? 2-6 says, Joey, you're starting your own franchise. Which three current Eagles players are you starting with right now? Oh, boy. 3 would be... That's hard for three players. Nothing. I mean, that's hard. So I got to pick like 2 on defense, 1 on offense, or 2 on offense, 1 on defense. I'm picking Hurts. I'm picking Devontae Smith, and probably Jalen Carter, and then build around probably. It's hard. I mean, it's only 3 players. It's like nothing. Derek Rivera with the super chat. Thank you so much, man. He says, I hope Jerry Jones lives to be 1,000 years. Yeah. I mean, it's, you know what? It's the Cowboys. They're fucking stupid. But the Jerry Jones story is actually one of the most fascinating stories. Like, Jerry Jones's father owned the fucking team at one point. And he gave the team to Jerry Jones, like, he was a lot younger. And, like, before his father died, like, it's actually a really good story. Obviously, the Cowboys haven't done shit. When Jerry Jones's father died, like he, before his dying wish was for the Cowboys to win a Super Bowl. And it was actually a really sad story, and obviously it's never happened. So, not that I wish it would happen, but Make Money Enough Friends says, love your content, Joey. Appreciate it so much. What do 5 say? A.J. Brown, Jalen Carter, and Q? Yeah. You do that too. Yeah, man, it's gonna be a fucking crazy. This week has been nuts, dude. It's just been because everything's so cramped now with this Thursday night game. So literally, we're doing a stream right now. We got the shakedown tomorrow, with videos the next couple days. We'll have a video on game day as well because the game doesn't start till nighttime. So we'll have a video out the next couple days, and we'll get ready. We're gonna get fucking ready for Thursday night. It's gonna be fucking great, man. I'm excited. I want to be hyped up. Probably this is the most hyped up game I'm going to be even more hyped and excited about than anything else because there's a lot on the line here, especially for the division. Get the 3-0 in the division. You know, and win it, you know. Karen Matthews says, people for Carter was that picked up Jaden in the game LSU. Yeah, so you know what? Someone commented that in my last video. I didn't even know that was Jaden Daniels on that play. I never even knew that. Never knew that. That play where he picks up the quarterback. I never knew that. What's going on, Blake? George, I hope the Eagles stay in containment. Daniels can get out of the pocket with ease. Yeah. That's the only thing I'm worried about. I don't know if Brian Robinson's coming back. Is he coming back this week? Oh, I know, Blake. I know they're talking like crazy. I know. It's been kind of nuts, man. It's like they get this first year success and they're just thinking like they're just going to own the fucking league. I'm sorry, but let me tell you something. If the Eagles fucking like kicked 4 field goals and I mean, seriously, I mean, some games I just looked at the Commanders and I was like, I just don't see them being some top team that everybody's talking about right now. I just don't see it, man. Yeah, it's going to be cold today. I actually had to take alcohol out of my car. There was some leftover stuff from the wedding. I had to take, there was bottles of wine, some Seagram, like a big box of Seagrams, box of Coronas, a few boxes of red and white fucking wine. I had to take out of my fucking truck because shit's going to fucking freeze up. So I had to take that shit out. Philly says, let him talk. Everyone's smarter after. Yeah, like I said, dude, like I haven't been impressed. Like the Chicago Bears win was just so fucking like, oh man, like the last thing I wanted was them to get a Hail Mary and they get praised for a Hail Mary throw. You know, like if the Eagles played a bad game and they threw a Hail Mary throw to win it, I don't know. I don't think Hurts would get as much respect. The Commanders are going to get respect because they're going to get more respect because they have a new GM, they have a new owner, they have a new head coach. They signed 18 free agents. They had over $90,000 in cap space. They had all the money in the world to fucking spend, and they don't have to pay. You know, they're gonna go through another situation like a Brock Purdy situation where their quarterback's playing well. They don't have to pay anybody else, and you know they have a few years to do whatever the fuck they want. Whatever they want. Two six five. If there was if you could add a single player from another team, who would it be? For me, right now at this moment, I mean, if he was healthy, I would go get Aiden Hutchinson. I would get an edge rusher, any high profile edge rusher right now. Because I'm telling you, dude, like I get why they didn't go the trade deadline. I'm getting why they didn't want to give up a second round pick. I have to respect Fangio. I have to respect Howie Roseman for changing his philosophy because his in season trades haven't been fantastic. You know what I mean? Like you trade for Jahan Dotson, they haven't really done much with him. I think they're starting to rev him up a little bit. Hopefully he'll get some more opportunity on Thursday. Would love to like get a touchdown with Jahan Dotson to kind of end the Commanders at like a 2-3 score lead. That'd be fucking fantastic. I would absolutely love it. Yeah, Rigo said this defense is getting tons of turnovers. Yeah, it's been great. I mean, I would want some interceptions more because I feel like we're still, N'Kobe dropped one. Chauncey had one in front of him and it bounced like a foot or two in front of him. He caught one later in the game, which was great. I mean, 5 turnovers. I mean, that's fucking crazy, man. I mean, one was on Cooper Rush. He gets the snap and he fucking dropped it. I mean, you're never going to see that every fucking game. That was just a stupid thing from him. 125 says, Jordan, yes, we're actually the only team that have 2 games allowing under 60 yards in passing. In passing game, the other game was versus the Giants. Interesting. Oh, it's his revenge game, no doubt. Oh yeah. I mean, I don't know if they're going to treat it like that. They're probably not going to, but I would say that they're going to I'm hoping they dial some shit up for him. More than a catch. More than one catch. You know what I mean? I would love that. I would love that. Just the Eagles have been very, very, like Zach Ertz is not going to try to get revenge on the Eagles. Like, why? I mean, Zach Ertz is actually finally healthy, on a good team right now. Zach Ertz is, it's his first time playing in Philadelphia. It's his first time coming back to Philadelphia in a long time. He went to the Cardinals, couldn't stay healthy, and obviously goes to the Commanders, and is healthy, is playing well. DeJean is going to have, probably will be dealing with Zach Ertz, could be dealing with, maybe De'Ami Brown. Maybe they move Terry McLaurin on the inside. I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I'm not really afraid of the wide receiver core. What I'm afraid is they're gonna get some runs with Jaden Daniels. He's gonna create bigger plays off of his runs, and that's what kind of scares me a little bit. It's really Jaden Daniels is like the only weapon I'm kind of afraid of. For in this game, Leon says Commander fans puffing their chests. Emmanuel Forbes already talking shit. That fucking guy ain't never gonna learn, bro. The last time, God, dude. The last time, that was his rookie that was his welcome to the NFL moment, bro. Telling you. But now they got more to deal with this year. Saquon Barkley changes everything. Just by Saquon Barkley being in the backfield, as even if he's a decoy on a fucking play, that's the shit that's crazy. Because that puts another defender in the box. And then if it's not going to Saquon, it can create a big fucking play. But the first half of this game is going to really concern me. It's going to very much concern me because if they're creating these vertical type plays where Hurts is holding onto the football for too long, multiple fucking times for 3.5 to 4 seconds, Dan Quinn, that defensive coordinator over there, they're gonna get after Jalen Hurts. If he keeps holding onto the ball long enough, they're gonna get him. They're gonna get him. That's really for the Eagles, and what I'm worried about with them is Jaden Daniels when we're playing defense, and offensively, it's really that first fucking half. That's That's where I'm at. John said they do have nice backs at Eckler and Robinson. Yeah, no, they have a great. No, I mean Eckler is just really shifty. Like whatever little space that he could get, he will. He's a very shifty back, and he's tough. So they got to really take him down. It's gonna be a tough game. He's a good back. They like getting these guys. They love getting these running backs involved, no doubt. So Eckler is, the good thing about Eckler is that, even Kellen Moore knows Austin Eckler a whole lot and knows his strengths and weaknesses because he was the coordinator for the Chargers last year, so knows him very well. Joey, fun fact, Commanders' pass defense is 4th in the league. But their run defense is 28th in the league, so they should start with the run. Yeah, I mean that'd be great. That'd be great. As much as they are 4th in league, okay, against the pass, I still feel like this is the best receiver core that they're going to face. I think this is the best core they're going to face this year. I don't think they faced a better core of receivers and tight ends. So, I think they're going to be able to pass on them. If they can't pass on them, that's going to be really horrible. But then obviously if they get behind, you're not going to want to get behind in this fucking game. So we'll see. Chris said this will be a good game. Edge to the Eagles being at home and basically the whole Eagles roster is better. Yeah, it just comes down to coaching, dude. I think a lot of other fan bases mistaken us a lot because they figure, Oh, the Eagles haven't beat anybody, and the Eagles haven't played well, and the Eagles have had bad coaching. The Eagles had bad coaching before the bye week. The Eagles have a very good defense post bye week, and they've been fucking fantastic in the passing game and the run game post bye week. So, no, I would never boo Ertz. No, that's stupid. I would never. Mark said I could see AJ going off for big numbers Thursday. He loves the big stage. That's true. So, all right. We'll see though. We'll see though. You could time him out if you want. I don't know why people just can't have a conversation, bro. People can't have a fucking conversation. Time him out. Time him out. Where will do you see Fred Johnson going forward? Should Jordan Mailata play every offensive stack coming off an injury? I think well, this is Fred Johnson's last year. This is Fred Johnson's last year of his contract. So, I mean, as of right now, like, he's just going to be a backup. And the good thing is, God forbid, if something happens to Jordan Mailata for a game or two or something like that, you know, we'll see. But, Tuesday, Joey, when you close your eyes, imagine how this year plans out. What's your gut feeling? What do you see? I mean, I feel good they can get into the playoffs. I feel good they can get far. I feel like they have it. I feel like this is a Super Bowl contending fucking roster, no doubt. But it comes down to the coaching, really. You know, it comes down to the coaching. So I'm just gonna do this since no one else is doing it. So see here. Zach Ertz getting cheered, the booed Thursday. George said, need a monster game from Carr. He's played well the last 3 weeks. Was glad to see Hunt get 25 snaps last week. Wouldn't mind seeing his speed out there for edge containment and chasing after Jaden. Well, yeah, I mean, we have to give this thing time. We have to give this thing time with Jalix Hunt. We have to give it time. We have to give it a lot of time because he just started getting more snaps now. So don't expect he's going to have some big game. You know, I think it's like a time thing. Ian says, never seen the Commanders beat anybody good. They have an easy schedule this year. You know, the Eagles beat Green Bay. They almost beat fucking the Falcons, but just couldn't pull through on that. I thought they contested well, but could have played a little bit better in that game. You know, the Eagles' hardest opponent probably this season is going to be Baltimore, honestly. That's really it. That's really their hard. I think that's their hardest. I think it's going to be their toughest game of the year. Even Baltimore hasn't been looking great this year for a couple games they probably shouldn't have lost, and their defenses look suspect, and so we'll see what happens. Philly sports and Commander fans talking like this is their first time being good in 10 years, and that's fine. They have the right to say whatever they want, But, I mean, you got to be fucking humble about the season, too. Because you haven't had this success in a long time, it's easy just to really ride the train and say you could beat fucking anybody. So, simple as that. And these are just typers at the end of the day. They're just going to fucking, you could say whatever you want in here. You could say whatever you want in here. But just don't spam a million fucking times. I could definitely read it. Chris says, Quinn will make Hurts beat them. That's exactly what it hurts. Brown, Smitty, and Goddard will do. Saquon will still get his. Commanders won the game on a tip drill. Did you do a video with the recently cut Seahawks linebacker Tyrell Dodson? Are the Eagles good? Yeah, I haven't. No, I saw the news. I didn't do it. No, I think they're fine. You could, but if you add a guy to the active roster, you're going to have to cut somebody. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think you're fine. I think linebacker's good. I mean, you have Dean, you have Zach Bond. Those are your two guys. Around Trotter Jr. will get his shot, maybe. I don't know. And Ben Van Simmeren has been a fullback, and I remember the Jags game. They actually threw a pass to him. That's when he actually had to go in concussion protocol, for that week. But I thought, I like the Ben Van Simmeren thing I like him playing at, fullback. I like that they've been really giving him a role. He's a freak athlete, man. He's an undrafted free agent from Michigan State. We know he's a freakish athlete. It really just comes down to terminology. And it's crazy. Look what Kel Moore's doing with Ben Van Simmeren. Look what Fangio has done with a lot of these players. Like, players that deserve snaps are going to fucking play more. Simple as that. He's turned Zach Bond into probably a fucking Pro Bowler, one of the best linebackers in the fucking league, his first year on the fucking Eagles right now. Nakobe Dean. The Devin White situation is always going to be fucking weird to us, but as much as I don't believe that Devin White was, that Nakobe Dean beat Devin White out of his job, I don't believe that. I think they were pretty much in a corner. They want to keep Trotter Jr. And I think they're in a corner. They were in a corner at the time with Devin White saying, if Nakobe Dean was hurt, Devin White would have had snaps all year. Okay. But I think he only had like one tackle with the Texans yesterday or this week, whatever. Monday night. I forgot when they fucking played. Monday night, I think. So, we'll see what happens. But I think they're fine. I think they're good at linebacker. I think they have good depth at linebacker. But if Ben Van Simmeren needs to play linebacker, he'll be put there if that's the case. You know what I mean? So he says the only way the Eagles lose is when they beat themselves, not taking easy points. Yeah, and they did a good job against the Cowboys. They were up and they took the easy points, which is fine. You know what I mean? Eddie to throw to Joey, how you been? I just wanted to say that our defense just looks a little elite. You were talking before the season shit about it. What's your thoughts on the defense? Well, dude, it hasn't been like this. Dude, it hasn't been like this. The defense hasn't been good. Like, they weren't good in the beginning. They weren't that fucking good. They went through their bumps and bruises. I said before the season started that they're going to go through their bumps and bruises. It's going to take time. The offense there was no excuse for the offense. No excuse for the offense, period. But, a new scheme, apparently, and a lot of changes being made. Yeah, post-bye, they've been playing well. They haven't consistently been great. Beginning of the season, the first few games, they didn't really play that fucking well. So it's not like, what do you think of the defense now? You said you talked a lot of shit about the defense. Yeah, I talked shit about the defense because a lot of new faces, new DC. I don't know who expected. I thought it was going to take time, and it took a lot of fucking time. A lot of time. It's the same scheme, but relatively it's just coached better under Fangio. He's not playing favorites. Whoever is deserving to play will fucking play. Elaine says Daniels is a rookie. Will burn out soon. Let's hope it Thursday. I'm so excited to be going into to this birthday game. Yeah, well, I hope you have a good time. George Malad being back makes the line look much better. Had only allowed 8 pressures before injury. Gets better every year. As long as he stays healthy, I feel Becton has been good too. I think they've both been good. Yeah, Becton has been great. It's been fucking amazing. So, liked Mekhi Becton. Mekhi Becton was like that low-risk, high-reward type signing, and he loves the Eagles. I don't think he'll want to leave. I think he wants to work out. I think he'll want to work out a contract. I don't think he's going to want to leave. Because let me tell you something. Becton doesn't want to make a mistake going somewhere else and not being used right. And he feels like he loves the quarterback. He just loves the quarterback. And he loves being in this facility. And he loves being just with the Eagles in general. I don't think he's going to want to go anywhere. You know what I mean? He's been through a lot of shit since he's been drafted. He was a left tackle. He was forced to play like right tackle. Position changes, injuries, and he's pretty much playing under the best offensive line coach in the league. So, yeah, Jack Stahl's been waived because Jordan Mailata is coming back this week. So. Agent Throw said, do you think Trier going to be elite, like the tools to be elite linebacker? Yet to be seen. Yet to be seen, bro. We still have time. Still got a lot of time. We got 198 in the chat. Appreciate everybody being here today. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. We're going to be streaming. We have the Shakedown tomorrow night. We'll have videos this week. We'll be doing a live play-by-play reaction of the Washington game, so it should be a lot of fun. Should be a lot of fun. Chris, a hot take. Eagles sign M. Williams and let Davis walk. Well, they're not going to let Davis walk. This is Davis's last year. This is Davis's third year. Jordan Davis's last year will be in 25. So I don't think Davis is going anywhere. Is he playing up to a first round pick? Not really. Definitely not. I think, his pass rush needs to be better. But his run stuff ability has been pretty good the last couple weeks. So hasn't lived up to a first round pick type talent, no. But I think not having a good edge rusher is hurting this fucking team. I think it's hurting Jalen Carter. Carter is a menace. I mean, he's fucking getting the backfield. He's getting the quarterback's faces. He's being like a fucking menace. But, I think he's getting hurt a little bit from not having an apex predator type edge rusher on this team right now. So we got Chris Coffin with the Chris Coffin, member for 14 months, man. Thank you so much. He says, just woke up, what I miss. We're just talking about the matchups. We're talking about the Cowboys game. We're talking about obviously every position going into Washington on Thursday night. And I think we feel pretty good going into this game. I think it's gonna be I think maybe we're making it tougher. Maybe we're talking about it like it's gonna be as tough as it's going to be, but it might not. We might just play better than them. We might just, but we'll see. We'll see how the Eagles treat it. It's going to be a big game on Thursday night. The best Thursday night game has been on Thursday night in the NFL season for 2024. It's going to be the best game. This will be the best game of the year so far. Covey should be coming back in another week. I would have to say. Cooper DeJean needs to come off those punt returns, even though he's been playing pretty fucking good. I think Fangio and Michael Clay are going to be fighting over it. But you can't keep him on punt returns because if he gets hurt, I don't care if it's a fair catch or not. He takes an unnecessary hit. That's it. You lose your nickel corner, and then you're back to Avonte Maddox being a fucking liability for this defense, unfortunately. That's where you're at with it. Joe Sounds says playing for a Super Bowl is way better than feeling them playing for the Jets or Giants. Yeah, I agree. I think we all agree. Yo, Eliab, what's going on, man? Hope you're having a good day, man. Kevin says, what do you think about score 21-17? Bears lose. Only kidding. I think it's going to be a good game if the Eagles played on Sunday. It should be. I mean, I think this team can get separation. I think they can. I think they really can. Reese says, I like number 97 Moro Jomo over Jordan Davis. Yeah, I mean, Moro Jomo as a 7th round pick has played pretty good. He's had some good pressures this year. His pass rush has been a lot better. It's been a lot better. Over Jordan Davis, we'll see. I mean, I think Davis is the better player athletically. Ojomo, I think, in the rotation has been pretty good. I wouldn't say better, but I feel like he's definitely gotten better his own. Jordan Neal says the difference between Vic and his disciples is Vic runs the 2 high safeties, but can change it up, not just sit in it the whole time, like on 3rd and short. Example, remember in 21 when Carr went 31 through 30. Well, a lot of quarterbacks fucking were just insane. Over 70-80% completion percentages over this defense. Oh no, he definitely changes things up, no doubt. Chris says, I would love to relive the House of Pain game on Thursday. Our defense game absolutely demolished the best offense in football. Jay Brown said they brought the house, we brought the pain. Chris said, put Cooper back there in critical situation only like they did with Deshaun Jackson. He said, dude, I feel like we won the Hassan Reddick trade by a mile, in my opinion. Yeah, I don't even know what his stats are. Did he even get another? He had like a half a sack, I think, his first game, and it was on Thursday night. The second game, I don't know what he's got so far. I mean, most likely we're going to get a 3rd round pick in 26. It's not going to be a 2nd rounder, unfortunately. Commander 60 is Jaden better than Hurts. We're gonna beat you. Gotta keep it real. We better. Okay, cool. Nice context. See? Fucking Commander fans are gonna look like Cowboy fans. That's what they're turning into now. Over one fucking year. Over 1 year on an easy schedule. So, I don't know. Better hope. You better hope you beat us. You better hope that doesn't turn around, because most likely we won't see this guy this week's stream. So, Aiden said, any news on Saquon injury? There's none. There's no injury. That injury he had, the wrist injury or the forearm, whatever it was, he was fine. What was it? He came back in the second half. He was fine. You know? He says you got to get their first quarterback, first RG3 talking shit, Commander Fizzle, though. Hold on. Commander 60 says Hurts has talent around him. Jaden has less. Okay, so what does that have to do with it? You guys had $90-something million to spend. So maybe good players don't want to go over there. Maybe a lot of good players don't want to go over there, but when you have $90-something million to spend, sure. I don't get that bullshit statement. I don't get that. So I don't even get that. Like, isn't a GM supposed to put as much talent around a team as possible? When Jalen had no talent in fucking 21, everybody says he was horrible. Now he has more talent, and now he's getting shit for it. So, makes no sense. That's what you're supposed to do. So, I can't wait for the Commanders. Because the Commander fans are Cowboy fans, at least in the chat. Philly of the Crates, does Zach still donate stuff in Philly? I don't know if he does anything in Philly anymore. I'm not sure. The Reddick pick could be an early third way. They're crumbling. They got mess to figure out. Oh, there's going to get worse. Who knows if Rodgers comes back for them? Yeah, it's looking like it's looking like a fucking mess over there now. I mean, they're trading for fucking receivers, and they're getting all this other stuff done, so. Say Hurts doesn't have a better arm. Saquon is your best player. Who are these fucking people, bro? I don't know who these guys are. I don't know who these guys are. I don't know. I don't know. Brandon Ayuk didn't want to go to Washington for some fucking reason. I don't know why. But it is what it is. You go fucking see, bro. You go fucking see Jade Daniels, bro. He's him, bro. I mean, those are the type of fucking dudes talking in the chat. Come on now. We said go Birds regardless. What's going on, man? Camaro said we almost beat with Sam. You think Daniels won't win? It's a new year, bro. It's a new fucking year. It's not the same Philly team that you've been looking at the last few years. People need to start looking at the year instead of looking at past years. I haven't talked about last year, the year before that. So you got a good team this year, But what happens later on, in the playoffs? That's where it's going to matter. So Hurts doesn't have an arm. Have you watched our game? He's got a fucking arm. Trust me. So Eddie says, all I gotta say is we'll see you Thursday night, Brody. Cabrera says, he has elevated him. Hurts team elevates. Okay, I don't even know what that means. I don't know what that means. Yeah. I think, honestly, this is a Cowboys fan or it's an Eagles fan being a Commanders fan. Because there's weird people out there. Because like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think that's even a Commanders fan. I think that's a Cowboys fan or it's an Eagles fan with a fucking different account. People are fucking weird, dude. It's weird. It's a troll. It's troll statements. That's all it is. It's not even a real Commanders fan. 100%. It's fucking pathetic, bro. Nobody wants to play for a team with big boring on their helmet, not to mention the awful field. Because if it crazy, I ain't going to talk trash, but we will see in the Thursday Night Football anyway. Go Birds. Joe said it's a different team because, like, you know who it might be? It might be MG because that's just a guy I had blocked on here for a long time. So, Commanders 16. What a fucking name. Well, so Joe, do you think we can make it to the NFC Championship game? And oh, yeah, 100% we can. It just comes down to the coaching. Vigil says people are comfortable hating on us. To you, like you're not as critical as it gets. We got Thursday. Kirk says, honestly, I think we're going to get humbled. Why? After what? How we've been playing, we're going to get humbled now? Like, what? Why? Why? Why have not even faith? Come on now. Really? Come on now. Gotta have faith, man. Blake said, that's real Commanders fan. He's repeating what a Commanders content creator said. I just seen it. Good luck, dude. Just good luck. You know, if the Eagles lose, they lose. I mean, fuck. I mean, if the Eagles lose, they lose. That's it. If the Commanders lose, they lose. Commanders will still be in the playoffs. The Eagles will still be in the playoffs, regardless. You know, either or. But it's an important game. A lot is on the line this game because for, you know, just for division and obviously the tiebreaker at the end of the year. Yeah, I know, but I had him blocked, so. I blocked him, I think last year I blocked him, I think, because he was like spamming the fucking chat. So. Baby said this team is coming together as family, and that's what makes us dangerous. Eddie said, elite defense, bro. You must be on some. Did you see the person you trade for, Lattimore, bro? Yeah, you know what? There's a lot of these trolls on fucking Twitter. I don't know, these big Commander fans on Twitter, right? And they put out this Marshawn Lattimore. Like, they put out this video of Marshawn Lattimore beating fucking Devontae Smith. I mean, A.J. Brown on a route or something. Like, is he even fucking. I mean, is he even healthy to play for fucking Thursday? Bang Bang says this team is coming together as a family, and that's what makes us. I already read that. Blake said the content creator was saying Jane Daniels elevates the team, makes everybody around him better, while everybody around Jalen is good. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that type of shit. Let me tell you something. I will throw the quarterback under the bus when I feel like I have to throw him under the bus. I think he's playing fine. All I worry about is some of these play calls of him holding onto the ball too fucking long because, you know, and that's where I get nervous. I get nervous because if he's consistently holding onto the ball for 3.5 to 4 seconds, you know, then what I'm going to suspect is they're going to blitz a lot more. They're going to get to Jalen and they're going to keep running those same type vertical type plays downfield. You know what I mean? I think they have to work up to those plays. The short passing game is great, you know. Fucking stupid, bro. Kid says, Philly carries. I give props to Cam Jurgens doing this thing, but good blocker runner. No one gives his flowers. Sometimes forgets Kelsey retired. I don't think he's an upgrade over Kelsey, but I still think he's solid. Like, I don't think he's like anything spectacular, but I don't think he's bad at all. You know, this is a lot on him this year. It's, you know, but I think he's doing a good job. What up, Hector? Hector, if you're what's going on, man? So what up, Joey Flagos Fly? Thank you so much, man. Taz, is there any other QB has a better step ball than Hurts? Because Hurts has been throwing dimes down the field. His deep ball's been fucking great. It's been really good. Here, I'll read here. Shit. I'll read you the defensive stats since the bye week for the defense. Okay. They're number 1 in points allowed per game. number 1 in total defense, number 1 in passing D, number 2 in rushing D, number 2 in sacks. Fucking great. I like Louis T. He's cool. He's a cool content creator. He's cool. I don't comment on his stuff. I watch like the Super Freds, the NFC East shit. I've watched that a few times. But it's it's entertaining, George says, is Lattimore even playing Thursday? He had a hamstring problems for a cornerback isn't good for that position when you got to guard guys like AJ and Smithy. Kenny says they're going to try and control the clock on us to keep Hurts off the field. If this is a close game, but we still take the W. Yeah, I mean they're gonna try to create drives that waste a whole bunch of time. So Lattimore's not playing, so they're really gonna have to they're gonna have to blitz us. They're gonna have to get the Jalen Hurts much quicker. I mean, regardless, even if Lattimore was playing, is it an upgrade over what they have? Sure, Fuck, I have to go order some food before. I gotta order some food before they close tonight. Tyler says, saw the video of Kellen saying the sun was a bad factor. Thought the offense would have been rolling without that sun glaring. Yeah, I a lot of Eagle fans in the comment section of my fucking video because of the game are like, it's an excuse. Stop making it. It's not, because CeeDee Lamb tried to go catch a fucking ball that was wide open, and he didn't even react to the fucking ball, and he was like doing this. He was doing this. You can't fucking see. It for that split second, it happened. Kellen Moore was there for 4 fucking years, bro. George said Kellen Moore. Yeah, I already said it. Kellen Moore said the sun affected the play calling. Did you see the Lamb come? Yeah. That's I'm just saying that. Said we should apparently just tear down the stadium. Elaine says Philly is all pumped up here. Look out, commies. Kirk says, Joey, got to hand it to you, brother. Hurts has stepped up the last few weeks. Sirianni is the only thing holding this team back. Look, it's not. It's Kirk. You gotta realize, like, this isn't a competition of who's right the fucking most. Like, this is just what we react to every week. This is just how we are every week, and that's perfectly fine. So, does Jalen get his flowers? Definitely, no doubt. But yes, I agree. This fucking coaching staff, like Sirianni, like that fucking Jags game, bro, like fucking pissed me off. After we, what we did against the Bengals, and we felt really good, and he was starting to take a step back those 2 weeks, the Bengals and the game before that, and then he went back to his old fucking ways. And that's what fucking annoys me, bro. It's horrible, man. I hate I hate like having to worry about that going into fucking games. It's really bad. It's really bad. It's really bad. So, we'll see. We'll see when the time comes, my friend. Did you see what Jerry said about the sun? I heard comments about it, but I forgot what actually happened. Rio says, close the curtains. Eddie says, when are we going to have a video about the draft? Oh, yeah, not till probably end of January, probably. I won't be doing any draft stuff until like the end of January. Like I'll be doing a lot more in January when it comes to the draft by by February. But by the time the Super Bowl comes, we'll be like focusing on free agency and the drafted stuff. So I'll be doing a lot of homework on that. George, the sad part, Dallas has curtains, but Jerry doesn't want them down for games, only concerts. That guy has lost it. Yeah, I don't know, man. They might use it as a thing for against other teams to make it look, I don't know. It's really weird. It's really weird. It's going to hurt them too. I mean, I think that totally hurt us in that game, no doubt. Devin said worried about playing Thursday because this team's going to be sloppy. I get it. I think everybody's just every time there's a big game, people every week people are worried. Like I get it. It's normal. That's just how we feel sometimes, you know. Jerry looking like buying. Jerry got to sell the team. Yeah, but other than that, guys, that's pretty much it. I want to do a quick stream today. We're going to do the shakedown tomorrow night, so definitely tune in for that. I'm going to go because I have to go eat because I'm fucking starving right now. I want to do a short one tonight. Didn't want to do anything too long tonight, but we'll be back. We'll be back on. We'll have a video out tomorrow morning as usual. Same videos are out, and we'll be back. We'll be back tomorrow night for the shakedown. And then we'll be streaming the game on Thursday, live play-by-play reaction. We'll be ready for that with videos, another post-game stream tomorrow on game night, all that great stuff. It's going to be a late night. Unfortunately, this is the first late night. Well, not the first late night of the season, but I hate the late nights. Can't stand them, but we'll be ready to go. So, all right, guys. Sorry it was a short one today, but we'll be back with another stream tomorrow night. And content. So we'll have a lot out tomorrow. And I appreciate all the support. Appreciate the super chats, all that great stuff. And everybody doing their thing. So appreciate everybody with their opinions, I know some of us are probably worried for Thursday. If they lose, it is what it is, I don't want them to. I mean, they're not out of it or anything, but this would be horrible. At home, Thursday night, big stage. I think we're going to have some fun. The defense is so much better. God, so much better than what it was. It's crazy. And our offense has really got to be on all four cylinders, man. No doubt. You guys enjoy the rest of your night, and I'll see you guys on the next one. All right? Shakes, what up, follow side. Peace out, guys. Peace.